Round your city, round the clock. Everybody needs you. No, you can't make everybody equal. Although you got buku family, you don't even got nobody being honest with you. Breathe till I evaporate. My whole body see through.
What's up, everybody? My name is Douglas, co-owner of Raised by Champions, and yeah, this is our first vlog. So just want to give you an introspective look into our daily lives, the grind, the work of it, where we started from, and yeah, everything else. So one of my biggest influences of Raised by Champions, especially when we first started out, was streetwear. So that was something I was raised off of. That was something I was always immersed in. So that was one of my biggest inspirations, one of our biggest inspirations for the brand. So we started out like anybody else, screen print t-shirts. But as we further went down the line and really got into fashion, the brand changed drastically. So, just want to make sure, just give you a look inside of how we started, some of the things that, really inspired us, and some of my favorite pieces, or just not even favorite pieces, but some of the pieces that shaped the brand, like overall. So, before that, not to sound too cliche, make sure you hit the like and subscribe button. Just join us along on this journey of just showing you the lifestyle, the trials and tribulations of what it means to be a designer in this day and age, especially with technology. So yeah, so join us. We got started in, let's say, around like 2015. Like I said previously before, it was just t-shirts, nothing too crazy. But as our fashion sense became better and we started putting more and more time in, we wanted to, dabble in cutting. So we spent countless of hours just focusing on one piece. Then as we started to perfect that piece, we wanted to make sure that's how we started to grow our collection. So one of the first pieces, and we only have the pattern, but I'll make sure I'll put images. I'm gonna point to a random place. Oh, I'm gonna put images right there. So one of the first pieces that we did was this bomber that we call She Loves a Rage. Now, in order to get this pattern done, it was a itch, because you can't curse on YouTube. So yeah, so this was like one of our first patterns that we ever developed. If you look at some of the details, we had the cinch sleeves, elongated sleeves, very cropped in body. We were doing very cropped in body just based on very early, before the height, the boxy fit and everything, just based on, we really like how silhouettes sort of shape to proportion of people. So playing with like very short, long, short. So this was the inspiration behind the bomber jacket at the time. And during the time, bomber jackets all looked the same. They either had so many zippers on it, or they had zippers, or it was just a regular fit bomber jacket with a random zipper on the sleeve. We just wanted to make a traditional, not traditional, but a twist on traditional bomber jacket that would last, for a while. As we started to progress during the course of our, just getting into our fashion groove, we wanted to create pieces that we experimented with a lot of material and just played around once again with traditional silhouettes. So yeah, this was the ultra-violent bomber jacket. This was really cool because, as you can see, the backdrop of it, we removed the whole back, and then we replaced it with this vinyl, and we wanted to create almost like a museum feel to it, where the patchwork was inside. So this was really tough to do. A lot of mishaps, a lot of fuck ups, excuse my language, but when we perfected it, it came out perfectly. So, and that became like a sort of like a DNA to our brand, just playing around with a lot of patchwork, reapplying it in different ways. So yeah, this was probably, this is such a cool piece. Funny story, when we first did this, we got like almost like this construction vinyl that we sampled with another jacket, and it was terrible. But the cool part about it was, you know, just learning from that mishap and, you know, understanding weights of like certain materials, how they complement other weights. Yeah, just going from there. So the last piece, right, which is probably one of my favorite pieces out of outerwear, just because one, I'm a big fan of extravagant like coats. So when you walk in, like very long volume coats, like it's like one of my favorite things. So when we were developing this jacket, I wanted to make a jacket that almost felt like you were in like a movie or anime, that was like, oh, it was a statement piece, so this character is coming in here. So we came up with this trench coat, which was amazing. It's this heavy duty cotton canvas that's really has like a lot of volume and weight to it. But what we did was we treated it. So we sort of stripped it of a lot of its color, then we applied a dye to it, a hand dye, of course, that was all done in-house. And if you look closely, you have the 3D cargo pockets, 4 pockets, that's all functional as well. They are super huge, so yeah, we wanted to make this jacket that, yeah, when you look at it, it's just beautiful. Funny enough though, we always experimented with like the whole dyeing process and material, but this was the first time I think like we fully understood like how to necessarily like treat like the cotton canvas, the timing of it, how long you could let like the bleach actually sit on the material, how long it took for the dye to necessarily set in. So we really like broke it down from a science like perspective. I have hold on one second, I have a quick sample of when we started with our first hoodie, applying the whole bleaching process and dyeing, how it literally ate through the hoodie. So yeah, this is the hoodie. So over time, as you can see, hope the glare is not too bad, but over time, as you can see, it just ate through the hoodie. So it's like falling apart, it has so many distressing on it. Sorry. It has so much distressing on it, but it's so cool because it has so much like character towards it. So yeah, it was a lesson learned. It was something that we necessarily applied to our brand and future endeavors, and yeah, so this was really cool to see. Hold on, let me get rid of that. So like and subscribe, and we're gonna transition to the next clip of my lifestyle, some of the things that we do on a day-to-day basis, working on a new collection, shopping, vlogging, eating, all that good ish. So peace. Shut the fuck up, I don't want your conversation. Rolling marijuana.